What up? It's Chris from LaserLemming.com, and Nintendo is going to be releasing the NX next year. I called this earlier. I really believe it's true, but there's a Wall Street Journal article that's floating around that is heavily suggesting that this is the case. Nintendo is ready to ditch the Wii U and bring on their new system that they hope actually sells. Now, I really enjoy my Wii U, but there are some clear flaws with the system in that it's not powerful enough to run the third-party games that hit the PS4 and the Xbox One, and it's not selling. So that's another reason third-party games are not coming to the system. So yeah, Nintendo is ready to leave. They've produced a ton of Wii U's. They are not making any more. They're just selling off the ones that they have left. And that's why when people complain that Nintendo hasn't really dropped the price since they dropped it by $50 last year, and the system still isn't selling, it's because the system cost them a lot of money to make. They're not making new ones because they have no reason to, and they're moving on. They're going to create new hardware. So I believe that there will be a price drop sometime, probably mid next year in 2016. But beyond that, no, they're just going to try to make as much money as possible during the holiday season, and then before the NX comes out, they'll try to liquidate as much Wii U's as they possibly can, because they don't want to lose any more money on the system than they have to. Anyway, this article suggests that the NX, which is rumored to be not just a console but also a handheld, they run on a unified system where Nintendo could alleviate their lack of third-party games by having a system that allows their developers to create games for both systems at the same time, both the console and the handheld. So when they make a Mario game for the NX console, they could also run that same game on the NX handheld. And this article suggests that the handheld would come bundled with the console, and I'm not so sure about that just because of how much money that would cost Nintendo. Or yeah, it would not just Nintendo, but it would also cost you, because Nintendo is not very keen on losing money up front with the console. Microsoft and Sony have definitely gone that route. Even Nintendo did a little bit with the Wii U. They were losing some money on the Wii U initially because of the expensive controller. But I don't know how accurate that is, but it's the Wall Street Journal, so we'll see what happens. But the article also suggests that Nintendo would be using industry-leading chips in the system after criticism of the Wii U not being powerful enough, especially to run those third-party games. So we'll see about that as well. That sounds to me like a very expensive deal, because a handheld has a screen, and Nintendo is always put a better screen in each iteration of their handhelds, so it sounds like it'd be expensive. I don't know. I can't see Nintendo putting out a $500 system like a console with a handheld. So they're saying that it's going to be powerful, at least powerful enough to match the competitors, I would imagine, but hopefully more powerful than the PS4, just because of how many years it would have been since the PS4 has been out. And Nintendo's really messing with the game a little bit now, because they're going to be on a very staggered generation, a very staggered timeline, because the Wii U came out a year before the competition, and then the NX is going to be coming out many years before the competition, assuming the PS4 and Xbox One live out a little bit longer. I'd imagine they'll probably have about a 6-year lifespan, just because they didn't aim for top-of-the-line parts like they did with the Xbox 360 and the PS3. But, those are my sexy smooth thoughts on this situation. I think it's a good thing that Nintendo is going to be releasing the system next year. A lot of people thought it was a dumb idea when it was first announced. They thought, no way that this system comes out in 2016. Nintendo's going to make it a 5-year console. They've never done anything less than 5 years. And that's true, but this is the most dead-in-the-water system they've ever had. And I really enjoy my Wii U, but I can see them facts for the facts, the forest for the trees. It's not a good situation. Nintendo is very much aware of that. And if you don't remember, the original Xbox was killed off in 4 years. And when I say it was killed off, it was killed off. Microsoft put the gun to the Xbox temple and just shot it. didn't look back either. It just, once the Xbox 360 came out, Nintendo or Microsoft had completely stopped producing the original Xbox, and they just sold off whatever was left, and that was it. And the reason for that was because the original Xbox was very expensive for Microsoft. They lost money on every system that was made. It was not a profitable venture for them, so they wanted to get rid of it as soon as possible. And it sounds like a similar situation to the Wii U, except the original Xbox actually sold okay, not the Wii U so much. So Nintendo was eager to get out, move on to the next thing. I don't know how much of this Wall Street Journal article is accurate, but we'll see. So let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think about Nintendo releasing a new set of systems in 2016, just 4 years after the Wii U originally launched? Let me know. Subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, I'm still giving out games for decent comments. If you write something interesting, insightful, funny, I don't care. I'm giving out Steam games. I also have some 3DS and Wii U codes to give out as well. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.